Hey guys, what's up? My name is Eric Wilkins, and this is the very beginning of 2023, and I am going into this year with $20 million in inventory in lot sales alone into this new year. The absolute number one key to getting mass listings and lots like this, other builders, working with developments, things like that, has to do with something called lead generation versus lead nurturing. And we're going to talk a little bit about lead nurturing today. Lead generation is I'm doing work. I'm working in my business right now for business right now. Lead nurturing is I am doing work right now for future business within future relationships. Not only am I a realtor and a brokerage owner, but I also own a digital marketing company, and we have businesses all across the world coming into our office, and what they will say when they call or they come in, they say, hey, I want to know how to get business right this second. And that's typically what people walk in with any marketing plan. Is the plan they want is business right this second. But it's proven over and over and over that the most successful business people understand that lead nurturing relationships, whether that be in person, online, social media, email campaigns, lead nurturing is the way that most successful businesses and most successful people make it to that next level in their business and in their life. So lead nurturing is simply building trust with people over time. That time is what it takes to develop these relationships to where people trust you enough. At the end of the day, lead nurturing is trust. So what that looks like is right now, often people will do lead generation. With lead generation in the real estate world, you often see enter your address for a valuation of your home. It's overdone in my opinion, but it's done a lot by a lot of people, and it works for a lot of people. But that is lead generation. That is getting business right now. You're looking for someone who's looking to sell their house right this second. And that's a way to market. It's the most expensive way because you're looking for people who are ready to purchase now. But the best way to build it for the long term is to develop those relationships where people trust you. Someone's not going to trust you by simply them entering their address and then you responding with, here's how much your house is worth, can we meet? That's kind of creepy, to be honest. And so the way to do that is simply by showing people that you are trustworthy. And then trust plus a product or a service equals sales. That's the whole process. You're trying to nurture people to get them to understand that they can trust you. You're not trying to force them into trusting you because then they're not going to trust you. You're trying to teach them and show them that, hey, I am trustworthy by the products that I put out. And then with that trust, you can trust me to do the same thing for your product or the thing that you're trying to get out of me. So in real estate, we're trying to show people that, hey, we're trustworthy because we can sell houses. We're trustworthy because we put out great listings. We're trustworthy because we walk people through the process, but you're showing people that all along the way with the current clients that you have. That builds trust with people in the future who are watching you. They're just watching you do your thing. So here's a practical example. Instead of taking people's property addresses and saying, hey, enter your property address and I'll give you a home valuation. What if you took an entire neighborhood and you dedicated time and resources to have a video made of that neighborhood? If you're great on camera, then do it on camera. If you're not, then maybe you can just do it with B-roll and things like that. But one thing that I did is I started going to some of these neighborhoods and I made videos saying what is great about that neighborhood. Here's what that does. That does a couple of things with trust building. If I go and I make a video of a neighborhood, it shows the people that are already in that neighborhood, hey, this guy's pretty cool because he's talking great things about my neighborhood that I live in. So that's helping my home value because this guy is putting out information about my neighborhood. It does another thing by helping people say, I want to get into that neighborhood because it's so great. And so if someone comes across a video about a neighborhood that they want to get into, and you're the guy or you're the girl that made it a great place, that made them, that caught their eye, caught their attention, why would they not call you as a realtor one day when they are ready to make that move? You're probably going to be top of mind. They're probably going to go, oh, we got to go back to that video. Remember that video that guy made? Let's look that up. When they look that video up, it lands on you, your page, your YouTube, your social media. And then they reach out and they say, hey, you have made this video. Can I have you work with me as a realtor? That is lead nurturing. It's building trust. It's someone seeing that video and then being like, man, this guy seems like he knows what he's talking about. Follow. And then they're following you. And then they see another video that you put out of another neighborhood or a listing that you have. That's lead nurturing. You're nurturing a relationship, and you may have never even talked to these people, which is even a bigger reason why this is a strength, and it is a long-term, long-building game that can really work for you and your business. So I did this exact thing to get 144 lots in 3 different communities that me and my team here at our marketing agency, VYBE Realty, are selling because we built trust over time. I didn't make a single cold call. I didn't send a single email. I didn't call or text or message anyone. These guys reached out to me because I have built trust with them over time. It's not even relationships where I talk to these people every day. Some of these guys I haven't talked to for years, but because they were able to follow along, see what we were doing, they were able to say, you know what, there's something about this guy that's different. And it's something that I think I can trust him to come and sell our property. And so that's the way it works. That's the way I was able to do that. Not by cold calling, not by door knocking, not by bugging these people. You got to understand, when you're working with developers and builders and people like that, they are business people and they are extremely busy. However busy you think you are, there's someone on the other side of their business saying, hey, there's a nick in my wall. That's the wrong light. Can you redo that window? There's something over here. And probably most of those things, there's nothing even wrong. It's just people being people. And so they are so busy with the day-to-day of their roles that they need someone that they can go, here you go, you do it. And so that has been the value that we have tried to create here, is that we are trying to walk into these projects going, hey, you're hands off, man. We've got you. You focus on building. You focus on the things that you are great at, and we're going to focus on the things that we are great at. And that is what has allowed us to grow the way we have. And that's what allowed me to have 144 listings, over $20 million in inventory going into this year without a single phone call. So I wanted to leave you with some practical tips. So I got 5 practical tips for you. Here's number 1. It's to make a community video. I've already explained it. You can see on my channel other videos that I have made of some communities to give you some ideas, but do it with your own flavor. Do it your way. Number 2 is celebrate every time you do something in real estate. Every time there's a new listing, every time something goes under contract, every time you close a deal, every time, do something to show people what you did. Put it on the internet, put it on your social media, and it's not bragging. That's one of the biggest things that people have a hard time with, is I don't want to come across braggy. If you say it in the right way, congrats to my clients on their newest home. That's not bragging. It's just saying congrats to my clients, but at the same time, it's putting something in people's minds going, man, that guy does a lot of real estate. That gal does a lot of real estate. I want to work with them. And that is really your goal here. Number 3 is teach people about the market in a non-boring way. Stop being boring and doing what everybody else does. Everybody does the same thing. Don't just take the MLS list from your local MLS that says, here's the market report. Every other realtor's doing that. Do it in a different way. Sit down in front of a camera, make a video, explain what days on market means. People don't know that necessarily all the time. And so you've got to explain what this language is, instead of just putting up a graphic that people see and don't really pay any attention to. Months of inventory, people don't care or know what that means. So explain it to them. Make yourself look like the thought leader in real estate by doing that. Number 4 is be your authentic self in front of everyone. I try to do this by example all the time. I try to literally be myself. And myself is just kind of a goofy dude, man. Like I'm wearing whatever this shirt is. I don't even know what these flowers are. Begonias? No, that's Patagonia. Not Patagonia, but crepe myrtle? Begonias? I think that's a flower. Anyway, whatever this is, I'm wearing it because I like the shirt. I don't care what other people think. I don't care if somebody else doesn't like it. I'm wearing a flat bill hat. Why? Because I like flat bill hats. I don't care if anyone likes that flat bill hat or not. Just be your authentic self. And that really goes much farther. Some of these developers and builders I'm working with, it's hilarious because we couldn't be any more opposite. I'm showing up at a job site wearing some Jordans. Well, not anymore because my last one's got dirty. But showing up on a job site wearing some Jordans, these guys are wearing boots and wondering why I'm wearing basketball shoes. But what's cool about it is they builds more trust that they can just see I can be myself. And actually they want me to be a little more flashier because I'm the marketing guy. And it's actually built more trust over time. So be your authentic self. I can't tell you how far that's going to take you. And the number 5 way, the last thing to do to be lead nurturing and thinking lead nurturing all the time is to be content first. And what I mean by that is simply everywhere you go, every time you're at a listing, a showing, you wake up, you're going to something that has to do with real estate, pull your phone out and make content. I don't care if it's video, if it's words, if it's a post, whatever it is, make content everywhere you go. You may not even use that content. I've got thousands of videos on my phone that I just filmed and I was like, I might use it one day, I might not. But at least I have it in order to use whenever I am looking for something and having a need to put some content out there. Content first, over and over and over. The biggest way to lead nurture is to be in front of people more than everybody else is. Because at the end of the day, everybody knows a realtor. Everyone. I had a guy call me the other day. Hey, Eric, I need a realtor to sell my house. I'm a builder. You've never heard of me. And I'm like, okay, yep, you're right, sir. I've never heard of you. But he's like, I know this realtor and I know that realtor and I know this realtor and I know that realtor. And all these realtors have been in real estate way longer than I have. But it's the fact that the way I put content on social media is the thing that made him call me. I didn't have to cold call him and say, hey, I see you're a builder and I would like to work with you. Please use me. That doesn't work very often. Sometimes it does. Sometimes there's a place for that. But really, the best way and the cheapest way is for them to see you simply putting content out. But again, it's authentic content. It's content to who I am. And so that is my challenge to you guys today. Really focus on lead nurture versus lead generation. Lead generation is a good thing. There's a place for that, but lead nurturing is what is going to set you up for success for the long term. Hope you guys have a great day. Please subscribe. Please follow. I want to keep making these videos. I'm not asking anything from you other than that. It's a click of a button. Subscribe to this channel. Thank you guys so much. Peace.